Welcome in to another episode of Morning Edition. Julian Tedor, Andy Tatowski, Jason Harper, all here. And guys, I feel like it's only fitting to start with... Oh no. This is me playing, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Let's see.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh, Lord.
Oh! And why would we be playing such a beautiful piano melody, you ask?
I don't know. It's beautiful, though. Tears.
That was so good.
Oh, man.
Turned half a century old. Jason's 50. Jason's 50.
Oh, something just popped.
Oh, yeah, that's what happens. We said it on the show not too long ago. 25th birthday
Oh,
times
man.
2.
Oh, gosh.
These are some celebrations from over the weekend that your lovely wife Angie played. Tell us about it. There was some trickery involved there.
Come on.
Yeah, no, there totally was. So what's funny is my wife and I are both taking that picture there because her birthday is exactly 30 days after mine. She also turns a similar age, the exact same age. So we're keeping everything from my party, and we're just going to clean it off and reuse it. So she totally surprised me. She got me Saturday night. I thought we were just going out to eat, just me and her and a friend of mine, Billy, that was been in town this week. Nope. I'm trying to think the last time if I've ever been the recipient of a surprise party. I don't know if you guys have or not. I don't think I have. Billy took me away from my house about an hour before everyone came over because I had to go pick something up at Target.
Mm-hmm.
We were getting him a bike helmet. It took us all of 2 minutes to find the helmet.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, we're good, let's go.
Uh-huh.
And you could see him, now it all makes sense. You could see him panicking.
Like,
We were supposed to be here for 45 minutes. That took what? So then he starts coming up with really stupid excuses to drag his feet to keep me from going home so quickly. I'm like, Billy, come on, we got the helmet, let's go. I need to get some more peanuts. Which took 2 minutes. And then he goes, I need a card for someone. And I'm like, for who? He couldn't give me a name. I mean, I was totally putting him under the spotlight.
Is he periodically checking his phone to see if Angie texted him?
He's going down, he's not even going down the same aisle as me. And I would speed up and look down the aisle and he's on his phone. I'm like, something's up.
because you knew, were you like pushing him to leave early because like you wanted to put him in an awkward situation, or you were just done at Target?
Well, at first, we were just done. That's the full reason we went there was to get a bike helmet and to get my wife a Starbucks.
Right.
We did both in 2.7 minutes.
Right.
Jeez, come on.
And
Billy.
so then after he went down the peanut aisle, and then he was like, I need to get a card. And then I started asking questions. And that's when he went the other way on his phone. I'm like, something's up. Now, I didn't know that it was going to be at our house. I didn't know the group was coming over. So all that was still a big surprise. But that's when I started kind of pushing him. I'm like, he's going to bust. He is not a good liar, which is a good thing.
Yes.
And then I'm like, who's the card for? Well, I got a friend of mine. I'm like, is it congratulations? Is it birthday? Is it get well? What is it?
Right. What's
Well,
hard?
I don't really know. And I'm going, this is terrible.
It's like I was just thinking of them.
Man,
I don't know what I want to say.
it ended up being great. Had a lot of friends over, which you saw in the picture. And I mean, it took a lot of effort to blow that one candle. By the way, it was supposed to look like a what's that store where you can go in and buy a bunch of soaps and
Bath and Body Works?
yeah. Yeah, but it basically was a candle for people 50 years old and older.
Okay.
It was like it smelled like Bengay, like a back rub. That was the candle my wife stuck in the middle of a nothing but cake.
That's
But it was good. It was good, guys.
Also, as we treated to you this morning, we had a special appearance from your dad, who was able to give us a nice little insight. Take a listen to this, guys.
Dad, and I've been asked to bring up something about Jason and his growing up. Well, Jason was a good guy, a good kid, a funny kid. He liked to entertain. And in fact, in elementary school, when the teacher had to leave the room, it was showtime for Jason. And he would get up in front of the class and perform. I'm not sure what he did, but he would perform, but his performance lasted longer than the teacher was out of the classroom. She comes back in, and of course, he gets in trouble. But that's the kind of trouble that he got in.
Good trouble.
Now, very troubling a little bit later that was sort of funny. He was dating a girl in Rome, Georgia. She was in college there, had car problems, and so she borrowed her father's Cadillac while hers car was in the shop. Well, when it got fixed, they had to rearrange the location of the cars. So Jason drove the Cadillac from Rome back to Atlanta at night, and he fell asleep. And he wedged himself between two 18-wheelers perfectly. No one got hurt, but there was a lot of scratches on all three vehicles. In fact, it was so tight, Jason had to climb through his window and then go through the truck's window to get out. Well, after all that was sorted out, he had to call her father and say, I crashed your Cadillac.
Oh.
That's Jason, a good boy, and we wish him a happy birthday.
My favorite is how he wraps that whole story.
That's Jason.
That's Jason. Like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, in a nutshell, he crashed it. Everything's okay. That's Jason. What? Like, that's some kind of Hallmark card, and I don't quite get it.
I have so many questions about
Well, we got
that.
time.
Yeah.
So you were driving
Come on, yeah.
when you wedged yourself in between these 18-wheelers, or like were you trying to park?
Oh, no.
No,
So this would have been my sophomore year in college. So I was probably 20 years old. Just, you know how it is. I'm tired. I've realized in the last 25 years or so, I can fall asleep. Doesn't matter anywhere.
Right.
And what's dangerous is it's been behind the wheel 3 times in my life. Actually, more if I really thought about it. Luckily, the injuries have only been to me and the vehicle I'm in and to no one else. So I'm thankful for that. But I just fall asleep on a dime behind the wheel. It's not good. So this was late at night. I was driving her dad's Cadillac. All I remember, I'm only like 2 or 3 miles away from school. So I had only been gone 5-10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
All I remember, you guys, is I'm coming up to a red light. There's 2 lanes going my way. There's 2 18-wheelers. I'm not sure which one I want to get behind. When the light turns green, I'm going to be slow either way. All I know is in that moment, I must have fallen asleep.
Wow.
There's only about 3 feet between those 2 18-wheelers. They're already parked at a red light. I wedged that Cadillac. It scraped and squished. The Cadillac was only 3 feet wide at the end of this accident.
Wow.
I flattened the Cadillac all the way down, and I stopped about a foot short of hitting the gas tank. And all I know is I kind of woke up. I thought I was in a dream, you guys. There's no way I could get out. I had to climb out of my window, up through the guy's cab, and then out on the street because the doors weren't coming open. And all I know is the cop, I had to take a breathalyzer test and all this because he thought I'd been drinking. I wasn't drinking. I fell asleep, never hit the brakes, nothing. It was really bad. And to have to call her dad and be like, not only did I get in an accident, it's total.
Had he met you before?
Yeah, we've been dating a while, like senior year in high school.
Okay.
I was close with the family. I wasn't fearful of losing my life, but it was awful.
How nice of a Cadillac was it?
Yeah.
What was is definitely the right word. It was.
Oh,
I don't think the relationship went a lot longer. I don't think it was because of that. But yeah, it was bad. But out of all the stories, that's the one that the head brings up.
And he said it with the biggest smile too. He was, I mean, like,
That's Jason.
that's Jason, but I'm doing some jazz hands. Well, you know, it's kind of like when you mess up when you're younger and everything is fine, but you think it's gonna be the biggest deal forever and like you'll never recover. But
Oh,
look,
yeah.
all these years later, Jason, 25 years later, for your 50th birthday, your dad thinks it's hilarious.
I mean, I guess so. Like I can imagine now, now that I have kids that are in college and out of college, like if I had gotten that call, I don't know. I mean, I guess you laugh about it 5, 10, 20 years later down the road.
Yeah.
I'd be freaking out if one of my girls called me telling me what just happened. But oh my gosh, y'all, it's crazy. But I cannot believe, first of all, that you got my dad to record something and it was sent to you within 24 hours, within the same year.
It was.
A shout out to your wife Angie for connecting with your dad and getting them
That's all.
to get moving. What do you remember? What you I know it's a long time ago, but what were you performing when the teacher was out of the class? Do you remember this occasion that your dad's talking about?
I wouldn't say that I had like a repertoire,
Oh,
you know, that I would rotate.
Set.
It was just the minute she was gone, it's almost like the Broadway curtains were open. And so whatever I was into at the time.
would you get up out of your seat and like go to the front of the class? Like, how did this work out?
Did you jump on the desk?
I don't think I jumped on the
Okay.
desk.
That was the bridge too far.
Whoa, slow down, Annie. You're going too far.
Okay, okay.
But there would be standing up. There would be, hand gestures, magic tricks,
Singing?
singing, a lot of singing. There was a lot of that going on. I was the secretary also of the Dirty Word Club.
The Dirty Work
Oh.
Club.
Yeah, and so as the secretary, I had good penmanship.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't come up with the dirty words.
Oh.
The president and vice president of the Dirty Word Club came up with those words.
Right.
But because I had really good handwriting, I wrote them down.
Uh-huh.
But because I'm also the secretary, I kept the records.
Right.
So then I had the evidence on me.
Uh-huh.
So I would get in trouble for those kind of things. I would tell
Yes.
jokes,
Mm-hmm.
try to make anyone laugh, and just keep going. And clearly, like Dad said, even when the teacher, it's one of those like you can see this little this comedy TV show going where my back is to the door and I'm doing whatever shenanigans I'm doing, and the teacher is now back in class, standing there with her arms,
The whole entire class.
watching little Jason just entertain, and everyone's sitting there laughing, little girl in pigtails, like he has no idea. Miss Robinson standing right behind him, and then I go down to the principal's office.
Mm.
I assume your dad
It
was.
fits.
It was a pretty regular call. Like, oh, Jason was performing again. Okay.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, it was, and it was always. I mean, it was from little elementary school up through high school all the time, you guys. And
And
I mean,
look at where we have ended up.
see, my sister and I used to make fun of my mom because we would be the last family left in church.
Mhm.
Lights would be out, custodians ready to lock the doors. My mom still talking to somebody.
Mhm.
My sister and I were like, "Oh my God, Mom, you talk all the time."
And here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are today.
As my dad said, that's Jason.
That's Jason.
That's Jason.
Yeah.
And we got you a cake too.
The 50's already taken
no,
out of
I
it.
just we
I
put the
can't
50 out of it because
believe-
I forgot. We brought this on the show, and the main reason I brought it into the studio is to show everyone, but also I took the
That's-
50 out, but also because the newsroom is full of what's in it?
Vultures?
Vultures. The newsroom is full of vultures, and I knew that if I put it on the food
It's
table,
partially in here to ensure its safety.
yeah,
Oh,
mostly for the safety of the cake, because someone would cut into it and say, "Oh, there's cake," and then Jason wouldn't get the.
Someone
first
would go,
slice.
"Did Jason get any?" And hopefully someone would say no, and then the last piece would be stuck on my desk. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
thanks.
Oh,
Thank you guys.
Cut him a piece.
They
There we
probably
go.
would.
They wouldn't do it.
Listen, I will say,
Hmm.
I have been doing a lot of inner reflection
Ooh.
over the last week. I
Okay.
told my wife the other night after the party that she threw, after everyone had left, I was thanking her for such a great night and a memory. And I said, I've really been thinking a lot and reflecting over the last, the last 50 and everything. And she goes, "Oh God, please tell me you're not going to have a midlife crisis." And I was like, no, I'm not. But I mean, it's hard to not think about where you are, where you thought you would be at 50, whether that's ahead or behind of where you thought you were going to be in life. And you look at your family and all that kind of stuff. And I am so grateful for you guys as coworkers. I could not ask for a better place to work and a better team. I'm thankful for my wife and for my girls. And I'm thankful for my health. A lot of my friends have had major surgeries. They've lost loved ones, even younger than me. And so I'm in a good place. And so I'm very grateful for that. So thank you guys. Thank you for helping me celebrate. I
Happy
really appreciate it.
birthday.
Love you, brother.
A lot
Yeah.
of people, we love you so much. And I think a lot of people don't like their birthdays. I'm not one of them. I love my birthday. But I think it's, to your point, a good chance to always, every year, just be thankful that you are here. Because
Yeah.
in order to be born, there are so many things that have to happen and that have to line up just right. Whether you believe babies are a gift from God or it's just, science that happens. We're all lucky to be here. And we keep getting to live another year. So we're glad that you've been with us for 50 of them.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate that. And so, I mean, that's another thing you reflect on is like at some point, I wish I had thought of it in my 30s or my 40s. But man, from here on out, everything I'm doing is for the people in my life and for my community. Like, I don't need anything else. I'm good. I want it to be for other people. So I'm excited for my next decade for sure.
So are
I
we.
like it. Yeah.
And that cake that is sitting right
Now
next
I'm
to me.
talking
And-
to
and
my
that's
stomach
in-
is grumbling. It
Well-
took a lot not to eat it yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
I had to hide it.
Thanks for your restraint. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, we got a jam-packed show for
Mhm.
Jason's 50s. Here's what we're talking about coming up. No headphones, no flight.
Mhm.
There's apparently contracts that you sign in terms of conduct on different airlines. Had no idea about this. And then this is something that got us all hot and bothered on the morning. Cereal with a spoon and a fork.
Mm-mm.
We'll tell you there's etiquette to eating your cereal All that and more coming up on Morning Edition. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to this edition of Morning Edition. We like to talk about a couple of things on this show. We like to talk about food first and foremost, but I feel like we talk about flying a lot. We all love to travel.
We do.
There's so many controversial things that go on with flying, seat changing, not taking your bags when there's an emergency landing. I digress. So United just came out with this new part of their contract of carriage. That
Sounds
says
so proper.
it
Contract
does
of carriage.
contract of carriage, like we're back in jolly England. No headphones, no flying. So we all have been on a flight where we have that annoying person that's just blaring whatever they're watching on the back of the seat or on their phones primarily. And so now United is saying, listen, we will have a headset for you, but if you're not going to use it or you don't have your own, like you might be banned from flights. And so Mackay Beeler talked about this whole list of things that, you know, it's like the terms of agreement when you sign up for an iPhone, you just don't read it and you say yes, because why? You want to use the iPhone. There's a whole list of things that the airline promises that they can and cannot do. And then you as a passenger also have that. And wearing headphones is one of them.
I don't know about you. I thought this was already part of like the non-negotiables, but I guess it's now that it's in the contract, this gives them the right to ban you for it.
I think so. And have you noticed, I took an American flight recently and now they started announcing that you have to wear headphones.
Notice that.
I
yeah,
heard the
recently.
announcement this time, which I think all of us is like proper etiquette have been doing this for years, but there's always that one person.
Oh man.
I mean, you know, to be
Or it's a younger, or it's a minor, and their guardian or their parent
On their
who is-
iPad or something.
Yeah, their guardian has no clue or doesn't care that their kid is right there, just whatever it is they're doing that's making noise. I'm like, really?
I
You're not
hate it.
saying something.
I mean,
Drives me
it's-
crazy.
Because I mean, I don't need to listen to whatever you're listening to, and I get some people may not be experienced flyers and all that, so it's a good reminder. But like, no reason that you should ever be playing your stuff out loud. It's just so annoying.
But you're like a person on Earth who has ears.
Personal-
Like,
You are
do
a person on Earth.
you walk around with just your music blaring or whatever?
I'm about to get off. I'm about to go down a rabbit hole.
I know you're
Right,
getting
and
the
you're
kids.
sending me down a rabbit hole.
You-
What is up with the people that go everywhere having every conversation on speakerphone?
Yes.
And it's right here. Your phone is right here. And you're having this conversation. I'm like, all you have to do is go like 3 more inches and whoop. They built a little hole that's right there, and it can be a private conversation.
It sure
I don't
can.
need to hear everything that you're talking. Like, that's the same kind of disrespect to me anyway when you're sitting next to someone on
Yeah.
a plane.
I mean, you can also get Bluetooth headphones now for like what, $10-15, or you know, so you can have your, if you want to be hands free,
Right.
you can do that. But I don't need to hear your phone call. I don't want to hear it.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I think the latest incident of this is I was on a flight where someone was watching like or either playing or watching a very violent show or whatever. So I could hear like, I think it was a game. I could hear like gunshots and like
Call of Duty or something. Who knows? Yeah.
It was so loud and I'm like, am I imagining things? What is happening? And everyone around me was kind of turning their heads. Finally, the flight attendant did go up to them and it finally stopped, but it took a long time. I think the emotional intelligence or like the awareness of other people is not there.
100%. Everyone's like world has like turned inward.
yes.
And so it's all, what am I doing right now? Like just no observation or care in the world of there's other people around you and it's not always just about you.
Or
And so it was funny because we were talking with Mackay this morning about this. And of course, she was going down the list of all the other things that the other airlines won't let, and she always brings up, they don't want you to wear your Daisy Dukes.
no.
You can't, your cheeks.
Yeah.
You got to be packing those away.
Show your cheeks in your overhead luggage.
Yeah, yep, in the overhead or check luggage. Can't have them out.
And obscene shirts. You can't be drunk. You have to wear shoes on a plane.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
you
you
can.
can't board barefooted. And I'm sort of going, the fact that they have to write that in a rules
Because
who is
somebody
showing
tried
this
to.
Everybody did
barefooted?
it.
That's insane to me.
Gross.
Okay, so if you don't have headphones and you're playing something loud and flight attendants come by and say, would you like some headphones for your device? And someone says, no, thank you.
They say you have to.
And they say you have to. And there's going to be someone that's going to be like, no, thanks, I'm good, just because they want to be that way.
Yeah.
So what do you think happens? It's not like they're going to land the plane. It's not an emergency, right?
Right.
So do they just flag your account and you think that maybe all of a sudden you're on the list?
I think so. Probably at the end of the flight, you get a notification like, "Hey, you're on our ban list. Like, we've given you options."
That's crazy.
wild.
Crazy that you would say no. So I'm trying to think of like the proper term for this. What scares me is people who, gosh, I'm not going to say I can't think of the appropriate term, but go on 2 flights with no music.
Oh.
No book,
Oh, man.
and just sit there. Just
Wonder what's going on.
Staring
God, do I?
back
I'm
of
like,
the seat.
look, kudos to you, but I've seen people like, and just,
Yeah. I sat next to one recently, and he.
does it not go
The
through my
origin,
mind?
his hands stayed on his knees, and he just sat straight. Like, not once did his eyes close. He never bobbled. He never looked at a phone, and just sat there for like 2 hours, just looking straight ahead.
It's
And I thought, what? Who hurt you?
Are you okay?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking is like, there's got to be something going on that you're thinking about.
And you don't want to ask those people because like they were already scary.
Excuse me, sir.
Are you all
Why are you just sitting there?
Do you know you can download things on you? They actually offer in-flight
They
entertainment.
do.
Do you? But you just sit there
What
and
if-
just no nap.
What if they're very like Zen like, right? And they're just good at
Maybe, yeah.
meditating. They don't believe in modern technology.
Ways.
They didn't want to read anything. I mean, at bare minimum, if my phone died, it wasn't a long flight.
Mhm.
I would read the instruction manual.
Oh,
or
yeah.
like, do you have a kid? You
The
should play it.
evacuation.
I couldn't do it.
Oh,
Couldn't do it. All right. Well, speaking of things that we cannot do, we have not forgotten about the etiquette for cereal. We're talking
Mhm.
about that up next. You can't be making rules if you didn't make the product. We'll talk about that. You tell this side of Morning Edition.
here we go. We've been doing it all wrong, guys. We're talking cereal. Welcome back to Morning Edition. So this morning I had a great story. A British etiquette coach, William Hanson, says the proper way to eat cereal, 2 utensils. Y'all, what is this?
No.
So he's saying instead of just scooping up the cereal, you're supposed to use a fork. You scoop whatever Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, get the little rainbow marshmallow rainbows in there, and then you eat it. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
It was so dumb. I wrote that story for today, and I watched
I'm
the
glad you
video,
did.
and he just so daintily pushed the cornflakes on. First of
No.
all, he didn't have that much milk, so that would make it easier to shovel the cereal on. And then I said, who hurt this man?
I mean, it's just
that he sits on the plane.
He's the one that
100%. And so I will bring up the case that I brought this morning. You got to go back to the year 1863. James Caleb Jackson. Okay, he has a very first cold breakfast cereal named Granula. I guess it consisted of gram flour dough that had to be soaked overnight. The point is, right? He comes up with this in America.
Oh,
Okay?
oh, I see where you're going with this.
And so here's my thing, right? We're not going to tell you how to eat your bangers and mash.
No.
Right?
Or
you
what
got
side of the road to drive on.
right.
or your Scotch egg.
But in America, we use a spoon with cereal, and that's it.
See this, William?
Right.
Full stop.
That's it. See that?
Them be the rules.
Full
Man.
stop.
Full stop.
I think that, so I brought this up on the show too, and I'll do it really fast.
Yeah.
But the whole point
Talk
of the
to me, Annie.
etiquette is to be proper and not
Right.
draw too much attention to yourself,
Yeah.
right? If you bust that out in a restaurant,
Oh,
you're at a
man.
hotel, maybe you have like the cold buffet or whatever, and you put a fork in your cereal bowl, you are asking for attention.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you can get people.
And that's anti-etiquette in my world.
You'll go viral for the wrong reason.
Exactly.
Someone will video you at a Holiday Inn Express. You'll be doing that, and next thing you know, that's what's going to happen.
Nope. Can't have it.
It's not allowed.
You know what? I'm gonna call you Billy. Billy Hanson. I want to see you ask for a fork next time you get some cereal and see the reaction you get.
Mhm.
Billy. With that, that's just a Morning Edition. We'll catch you guys next time. Let us know if you're using a fork with your cereal like Billy wants you to do in the meantime. We're gonna be celebrating Jason and using a fork to have cake.
That's
right. That's what you use it for.
Oh, now.
We'll catch you next time.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.